Hey everybody, Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. And what we have this time is the Kikuichi Warikomi Damascus utility knife, or petty, 135 millimeter from Chef Knives to Go. So the way these knives are set up is they have multi-layer construction. So the core steel is VG10 full stainless steel. Heat treats around 60 Rockwell on that. And there's a multi-layer Damascus soft stainless cladding on either side of that core steel. So it's these are nicely finished. They've got also a hammered or tsushime pattern in them. So you've got a lot going on here. So you got hammering, you've got Damascus, they've got some hand engraved kanji on here. So a lot of cool features on these. Nice fit and finish on these. They make a quality knife, and we'll take a look at it. So weight and dimensions will be pretty similar knife to knife, but this particular one is 188 grams or 3.1 ounces. The handles are just kind of standard black packawood, which is a stabilized wood product. Fit and finish is actually nicely done. The stainless rivets, it's a partial tang, and as you can see here, the tang goes up the top, stops about right there, so it goes enough to get the rivets through it, but it's not a full tang, which lightens up the handle, which actually works pretty good from the balance standpoint. So the rivets and such are not proud on this, so it's all nice and smooth. It's got a pinned on bolster that goes into the blade, as you can see right there. So nice fit and finish on this. The handle's appropriately sized and quite comfortable. The edge length on this particular one is 137 millimeters, or about 5.4 inches from the tip to the back of the heel. And the overall length is about 9.7 inches. Spine thickness, I got about 1.9 millimeters thick just all the way through. And there's not much taper, a little bit of taper as you start getting the grind right about here. It's really easy to tell where the grind starts on this, but a little bit of taper. The tip's nice and thin. These aren't very tall, of course, but we'll take a look at this shot anyway. Camera to focus. There we go. There's your choil shot. Blade height's 29.5, so it's not particularly tall, so it's not going to act as like a mini Guto. It's again fairly, as you can see, it's fairly short at the heel. But let's see. Let's take a look at. We'll get our beauty shot here of this bad boy. So as I mentioned, there's a lot going on here. You've got hand engraved kanji. You got their signature chrysanthemum. Get the camera focus here. Their signature chrysanthemum embossed on there as well. You've got the hammered or tsushime pattern on it, and then you've got the multi-layered cladding giving way to the core steel at the edge. Here's the left side of the blade. Again, you've got your hammering, you've got your Damascus on the cladding layers, and then there's your core steel at the bottom. Fit and finish is nice on these. They've got a little bit of polish, fair amount of polish actually to the spine, quite a bit. A little bit of rounding, so very nicely done there. And they've also done the same thing in the back with the choil. So nice fit and finish all the way around. This one I'll give a 6, maybe 7 out of 10 on the edge. It's very nicely crafted edge and quite sharp out of the box. You may not use this a whole lot on the cutting board in a traditional sense, but one trick is, especially if a knife isn't very tall like this, if you've got a taller cutting board, you can just kind of work off the edge of the board, and there's plenty of clearance then for your fingers. If the board's not very tall, it's a thin board, you can just pull that out to the edge of the countertop and then have your hand off the edge of the countertop, although you kind of risk food dropping on the floor a little bit more with that. But we'll take a look at what the edge profile looks like here. So there's the edge profile if you want to use that a little bit that way. Again, it's not a real long knife, but it's about 5.4 inches, so you've got a little bit of length there to work with. But very nicely done, high degree of craftsmanship, excellent work, nice fit and finish on this knife. So it's a product that will last a long time. Got the hand engraved kanji on it, so it's definitely a long-term type knife that'll last a long time in a home kitchen especially, or a pro kitchen. Here we have the Kikuichi Warikomi Damascus Utility or Petty 135 millimeter knife from Chef Knives to Go.